They found him sitting in the kitchen chair, eyes open, coffee half poured, no wounds, no sign of struggle, just gone. The paramedics said it was a heart attack. The coroner agreed, case closed. But that wasn't what happened, because what killed him never touched him, and no one, not his neighbors, not his wife, not even the police, ever knew what truly moved through that quiet house. This is the case of the silent killer. He lived on Hawthorne Lane, a place where nothing ever happened. A sleepy street, the kind that seems immune to tragedy. Every house looked the same. Every life felt ordinary. His name was Martin Hale, 58 years old, retired postal worker, reliable, predictable. The kind of man who still lined up his shoes before bed. On the night of February 9th, 2019, he called his daughter Emma. They talked for 11 minutes, about groceries, about his old dog, about the weather. At 9:17 p.m., the call ended. At 9:23, Martin Hale was dead. The official report said, sudden cardiac arrest, natural causes. But 3 days later, Emma returned to that house to clean, and that's when she noticed something strange. On the kitchen table, a thin layer of dust. Except for a perfect rectangular space about the size of a book, something had been there, something had been taken. When she told the police, they shrugged. There was no sign of forced entry, nothing stolen. They didn't even take a statement. That's when Emma began to dig. Martin had been receiving letters, anonymous ones, for months before his death. She found them in a locked drawer in his study. Each envelope was identical, cream-colored, unmarked, sealed with a single drop of red wax. Inside, just one line written by hand. You owe us the silence. No signature, no address. The first one came in November. The last one arrived 2 days before his death. Emma brought them to a private investigator, a man named Carver, ex-detective, quiet, grey-haired, the kind who looked like he'd seen too much and said too little. He opened the letters slowly, one by one, and said something Emma never forgot. This isn't a threat, it's a reminder. But a reminder of what? Carver started looking into Martin's past. His years at the postal office were clean. No complaints, no enemies, no scandals, except one. In 1994, there had been a missing package, tracked, scanned, logged, then vanished. The record showed Martin was the last one to handle it, but no one ever found what was inside. And back then, it didn't seem important. Until now. Because one of the letters, the last one, contained a faint imprint on the back. Barely visible, like someone had pressed down too hard while writing on the page above it. Carver shaded it with pencil, and the words appeared. 30 years is long enough. He dug deeper. Old records, postal archives, employee rosters, and that's when he found something no one else had noticed. 4 other men had worked the same route as Martin Hale in 1994. 2 had died suddenly. 1 disappeared in 2003. The last, a man named Alan Broom, was living off-grid in northern Michigan. Carver called him, no answer. He drove out there himself. A cabin, half collapsed, roof eaten by moss. Inside, dust, decay, and one thing that didn't belong. A brand new envelope, cream-colored, wax seal, red. He didn't open it, he didn't have to. The handwriting was the same. Back in the city, Emma began hearing things. At night, when the refrigerator stopped humming and the house held its breath. Soft knocks. Not on the door, on the walls. 3 knocks, pause, 3 more. She told herself it was the pipes, the wind, her imagination. Until she found one more letter, slipped under her bedroom door. It wasn't addressed to her, it was addressed to Carver, and inside a single sentence. You're too close to the silence. Carver didn't scare easily, but after that, he changed. He started talking faster, smoking more, double-checking locks. He told Emma he'd found something about what was in that missing package. Not drugs, not money, he said. Information. When she pressed him, he wouldn't say more, just that Martin had delivered something he wasn't supposed to, something he kept, and that someone had been watching ever since. A week later, Carver was gone. His apartment emptied overnight, his phone disconnected, no forwarding address. But Emma found one thing left behind, taped beneath his desk, a cassette tape labeled Hale 94. She played it, static, then a man's voice. Package logged, code 91A to be held until confirmation. Another voice, deeper, colder. Do you know what you're carrying? No, sir. Good. Keep it that way. The tape clicked off. That was it. No explanation, no context, just a fragment of something no one was supposed to hear. Emma sent the tape to the police. They lost it, or so they claimed. She started to think she was losing her mind. Every time she came home, something was slightly off. A picture tilted, a light left on, a faint smell of coffee brewing, even though the pot was cold. And always those letters. More of them each week, same message, same seal. You owe us the silence. Then came the twist. A letter unlike the others. Same envelope, but this one wasn't sealed. Inside, a single photo. Her father, in uniform. Standing outside a storage facility marked Unit 91A. The back of the photo read, "He never gave it back." Emma traced the photo to an abandoned distribution center on the city's south edge. She shouldn't have gone alone, but she did. It was raining that night. The gates were rusted shut, but she slipped through. Inside, the air was still and heavy, thick with dust and old paper. She found the unit, 91A, a metal door locked from the outside. The padlock wasn't new, it had been cut before. Inside, rows of postal crates, untouched for decades. And in the center, a single box, smaller, wooden, burned along one side. She opened it. Inside was a reel of magnetic tape, half melted, labeled Voice Index 01, classified. And underneath it, another envelope. No name, no wax seal, just a handwritten line. "If you're reading this, you've broken the silence." Emma took the tape home, played it on an old recorder. At first, static, then a low hum, rhythmic, mechanical, then a voice, her father's voice. "Carver, if you're hearing this, they've found me. It's not about what I took, it's about what I heard. The tape, it isn't mine. It was recorded under the old city tunnels. You'll understand when you hear it. Don't trust the postmarks, they're not from here." Then, silence, a faint breath, and a whisper. "They're already inside." That was the last entry. No one knows what was really on that tape, or what Martin Hale stumbled onto back in 1994. Some say it was a government frequency, a coded message never meant for civilian ears. Others believe it was a confession, a recording of something buried beneath the city itself. But here's what we do know. Every person who handled those letters, Hale, Broom, Carver, and now Emma, disappeared one by one. Their houses sold, their names erased from postal databases, like they were never there. The case remains officially unsolved. No suspects, no evidence, no trace. And yet, every few months a cream-colored envelope still arrives at the post office on Hawthorne Lane. No return address, no sender. Each one stamped with that same message. You owe us the silence. No one opens them anymore. They're locked in the evidence vault, unmarked, unexamined. Because some things, once uncovered, start to whisper back. And if you listen closely, really listen, you might still hear it. That low hum beneath the silence. The one that started it all. The one no one was ever supposed to hear. You've just heard the case of the silent killer. Because sometimes the dead don't make a sound. The truth hides in plain sight. And the quietest secrets are the ones that kill. You're watching The Silent Case, where no one knew what really happened.